During tests, she would make weird animal calls, distracting us, trying to make testing the most fun thing ever, which it wasn't. She would have Pantolin in her jeans and give it to us, handing it out as if it were a token for doing good on tests. Then as we would test, she would eat her tangerines and sometimes throw the tangerine peels at us, afterwards rewarding us with a slice of that tangerine. I will always miss those testing days in German. That's who Frau Koopman was. A jive, energetic person who could never stay still, moving from desk to desk and messing with all her students. I know Frau Koopman is gone, and not having her stand by the door at the end of class saying Auf Wiedersehen will be tough. In closing, Dorina Kihaulani Koopman will be sorely missed and forever engraved in my heart. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam Loretta. If I could say one last thing to Frau Koopman, it would be thank you. Thank you for all that you have done for us, and thank you for being our our German teacher that no one could ever replace. Thank you for teaching us more than just German. Thank you for believing in us when others didn't believe in themselves. Thank you for thank you for being that one teacher we look forward to coming to, whether it was just to see you, or just to learn something new, or even to hear you say "Prum" and hear your rings click. Thank you for caring and always knowing when something was wrong with one of us, even when we didn't say a word. Thank you for always influencing and encouraging us to our German levels, even when some of us wanted to quit after a second and third year. Thank you for and yet next year's schedule came and there was a higher level of German and another year with you. And there we were going on challenging ourselves. But mostly, thank you for pushing us to our limits and never giving up on us, especially when you gave some of us 3, 4, 5 chances to do one silly German project. And we all know who that is. Thank you, and for that we thank you. We will not be the students who we are today if we did not have you in our life. We will always forever and love you, Frau Koopman, for Leben dich. Sorry, I'm short. Frau Koopman, me, and brownies. To everyone here, those 3 things mean absolutely nothing. But to me and a few German students, it's pretty funny. I remember about the middle of the year, a student was having a birthday. Frau Koopman had the habit of throwing miniature parties for the kids by asking other students in class to bring food for everyone to eat. Well, she asked me to make brownies. I had never done it before, and I wanted to do a good job. So when I got home that day, I made them myself. The next day, I brought the brownies, and Frau Koopman passed them out to everyone. When she did this, everyone in class started laughing. Frau Koopman had grabbed hers and started to bang it on an empty desk. I instantly turned red and hid my face on my backpack. As she did this, she was laughing and asked me what I did to make the brownies like rocks. I kept my head down and shook my head. She came over to me and told me not to worry about it and not to be embarrassed. She said that I should be proud that I had tried, and that was all that mattered. When she told me that, I learned that I should never be embarrassed about something I tried and failed to do. If I'm embarrassed, I may never try it again. However, if I accept defeat and still walk proudly, I can move on and try it again. Even if I mess up, I still tried, and that's all that matters.
My name is Brendan Anchetta, and I'm a 4th-year German student. Frau Koopman always said it was because we were Bullard German students. That's why we did well when we did, but I don't believe it was because we were Bullard German students. I believe it was because we were her students. Everything was about us. She gave me a place to seek help and advice. No matter what it was, she was there to listen and help. She said that we have made such a difference in her life, but I know it is nowhere near the difference she has made in ours. Frau Koopman was very strong. She was the strongest person I knew, and that truly inspired me. She's someone you can't forget, and she will always be in my heart. And the memory that I'm about to share is really small. The last time I saw her, she gave me a hug. I was crying, but she said I was going to be okay. It was all about me. Everything was about us, and it takes a pretty amazing person to put themselves last and someone else first. I miss you, Frau Koopman, and I want to thank you for everything.
One poem that Frau Koopman was particularly fond of, and one that every second her German student had to recite and interpret, was Divided by Hugo von Hofmannsthal. Often, fertig, los.
Frau Koopman is a teacher, not only in the sense of her profession, but in the sense of her personality. She's always teaching with everything she does all the time. What I recently realized is that what she teaches us overall, the most and best with whatever she teaches, is learning. How to learn, why to learn, when to learn, based on what to learn, the entity of learning by thinking, and the list could go on forever. This seems to me like her overall goal. But another thing well taught by Frau Koopman is that simply reaching the goal isn't what makes the whole thing an achievement. The product is not nearly as significant as the process. This is why I believe we are all so tied together with each other and Frau Koopman. It is because of the difficult, mind-twisting, laughter-filled, bittersweet, push-through, treasured-hated, tedious, crazy process. On the last day I saw Frau Koopman, she concluded that process with 3 simple words. "We've done it," she said. "That's it. 3 of the craziest, most significant years of my life were over. Done." For me, it never really ended until that moment in class on April 17th. But for Frau Koopman, it was done. We had done it. What she did was engrave herself into our hearts, and along with herself, she engraved every lesson she's ever taught us and every wonderful memory we have ever made, along with a burning strength she instilled in us as she did herself. What Frau Koopman wants us and expects highly of us to do is to grab on tightly to all which we have learned and do what she taught us learners do. Incorporate and act upon all which we have learned into our everyday lives and never let go of what she left us with. We will forever do so, and one day, with Frau Koopman's guidance through our hearts, we too will have success stories.
Well, when the first time I walked into Frau Koopman's room, I looked and I saw her. "Guten Tag, wie geht's? Ich heiße Frau Koopman, wie heißt du?" With a puzzled look on my face, thinking, who is this crazy lady? I said, "Good." She almost seemed determined to make me learn German and I could feel a bond with her, more than any teacher, well, more any person for that matter. She kept pushing me to my full capacity and full potential. I don't think I'd be thinking about going to college or even thinking about finishing high school if she didn't come into my life. So thank you